Hello, students. We are meeting for our discussion of next chapter. That is chapter two, food and starch industry. And I'm Professor Nandurkar, who will discuss food and starch industry. We'll start with the introduction. Now, in this chapter, there are two parts. First part is food industry, and second part is starch industry. Now here in the first chapter we have seen manufacture of basic chemicals. As far as chemical industry is concerned, it may be our perception that we'll deal with the manufacture of various chemicals, how they are manufactured on large scale in the industry. But here food industry is also very important because most of the chemicals that are manufactured in chemical industry, we can use their products manufactured over there. We can use those chemicals, but above all, maximum chemical that we consume, that is a food is itself is a chemical, and that is you can say a source of energy, source of various building blocks for maintaining the growth of our body. So it has become very important for our life. Then in day to day life, we cook food in our kitchen. Okay, so in kitchen also we are using many raw material, processed raw material. For example, if you go in kitchen and if you want to make an instant food, you can nowadays noodles are available, okay, of various brand. Most popular brand is Maggie, all of you know. Okay, Nestle is the company. So Maggie noodles, you can go to any shop, get the packet, come to home, and immediately you can cook the Maggie noodles within minutes, 2 minutes. If you are in hurry, you can use the ready to eat directly, ready-made kind of food material. Then third is you can go for any hotel where this ready-made dishes are there. Just you have to order there. So in various form, this food industry is there. And if you have watched many shows on TV, okay, especially National Geography or Discovery Channel, in one program, they always discuss how they made it, okay, on large scale, how Cadbury chocolates are manufactured on large scale. How can for example kurkure or chips, potato chips are there. So nowadays if you see, there are variety of food is there. Why is it necessary? The first of all, now all of us are traveling a lot because of development of technology, as well as it has become a need of hour for education purpose, for business purpose, for touring purpose. Nowadays people, and because of availability of fast transport, people are continuously roaming around the globe. So wherever they go, they daily we have to eat something. Okay, so we may not get the food of our choice or of our culture, but these common food material is available, like chocolates, like chips, like noodles, or ready mix or ready to eat kind of food material, that either you can cook at home or directly you can eat, you can go to hotel. So this food industry has become a very important part of our life. So various brands are there. chocolate brand, cheap brand, or you can say uh, you must have heard about aloo bhujia or various kind of chivdas and other food material. Like nowadays you can get ready-made chapatis, or you can get a packed meal nowadays through Zomato or Swiggy. You can access anything. So on large scale, how food is made, okay, because the demand is very high from all over the world. So people need not to waste their time in cooking, or need not to worry when they go out of station. So this has become a need of our, therefore there are many companies, many industries, they are taking care of manufacture of various food material. So if you consider here, food industry is very large, more than twice as compared to total chemical processing industry. Means there are various chemicals which are manufactured in industry. So if you consider food industry as one of the chemical industry, then compared to other chemical manufacturing, food industry is of twice the volume. So means you can see here two-third of area contribution is from food industry. So this is with this reference to value of product and employment. So food technologists are as important as chemical engineers. Okay. So here again I have to tell you that food has become a need of our. Whenever you wake up early in the morning, okay, and after brush, you most of the people, they used to have tea. So with tea they eat biscuits, uh, or breads. These are this has become a part of our life. So here you must be knowing various brands of biscuits like Britannia, Parley, Good Day. There are various brands. So and they have captured a lot of market. Okay. Apart from that, there are various hotels, chain of hotels where on large scale this food is cooked. So here, as far as food industry is concerned, we are going to discuss how a food product is manufactured on large scale in industry. Okay. So here, if you consider the food material is mainly constituted by proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. So they are all digested by our cells in our body, in digestive tract, and are converted to their monomers. Means here proteins are made up of amino acid, fats are there, they are fat from fatty acids, or you can say carbohydrates made up of small sugar molecules, smaller molecules like glucose or fructose, like this. So these monomers are then used as a building block or as a source of energy. Means here amino acids are again constructed, you can say, to form a protein, and they can form walls of our biological vessels or our body parts. At the same time, the fats and carbohydrates can be our source of energy. When they are digested completely, you can get energy. When you talk about food, these three constituents are very important. These monomers can be used as a building block as or as a source of energy. So much of technology developed for food industry is useful to other industries and vice versa. Means whatever technology is necessary, for example, in we discuss manufacture of basic chemicals. There we have discussed the how to carry out the process, how different units are constructed. Similarly, same technology can be used for food industry. The need of pre-processing and processing of food products for daily life has arisen because many people are away from home, as I told you. So we are traveling a lot, so we need food. If at all you are not happy with any kind of food, the local food, at least you can drink a milk. Now just think about milk. How many brands are there? The All over India, there is one brand which is very famous. That is Amul. Amul Doodh is very famous. Then in our Maharashtra, you can say Chitale. Chitale dairy is there. Then there are various kinds of food. Sorry, this milk brands are there, and milkmaid or food items made up of milk. So milkmaid food items are there. So you can say cheese, paneer, or various kinds of you can say ghee or other. So there are various brands of it. So that has become a part of our life. So because of this, demand for quality of food, high quality standard has led to modernize processing methods. Means if you want to fulfill the need of people, at the same time if you want to sell them at a good at the good price, then you have to provide a good quality also. That's what we always discuss with our friends whenever we meet, that I like this food, I like that food, I use this brand chocolate or milk or biscuits or kurkure or chips or any whatever of your choice. So they have to maintain the standards. That is very important. So growing prosperity has compelled to insist for vast variety. Okay, so as I told you, food industry is twice, you can say more than twice as compared to total chemical industry. So food technologies are as important as chemical engineers. The important function of food manufacturing industry is to transform raw farm product into material satisfactory for consumption. Means here in earlier days, means you can talk about 20 years back, you can say people used to buy grains from market or grocery shop. Then they uh, go for cleaning of it, then flooring, that is converting into flour, and then they cook chapati or you can say curry or vegetable curry. So nowadays our life is very fast, so we are not going to do such thing. We try to purchase directly ready-made atta. Okay, there are various brands for it. So everywhere this food industry is capturing our life area. So that has become very important part of our life. So as compared to chemical process industry, the investment in food industry is less. That is the problem. Customers and manufacturers repeatedly hold responsible for food processing industry of undue cost. These costs are, however, similar to the manufacturing cost of other industry. Means actually, when you buy any chemical, it requires processing, no doubt. Here also same kind of thing. Food industry also uh, converts the raw farm products into material satisfactory for consumption, means ready to eat. So obviously it will require some processing and it will cost something. So it is not undue kind of cost, it is necessary. Just you have to eat and throw the packet. That is the only. Nowadays you can order pizza, so you need not to cook at home. Okay, so that this lifestyle of very fast lifestyle, traveling lifestyle, has made the food industry a maximum important part of our life. Okay, So here we'll move ahead for next topic of this chapter, that is food processing. Okay, food and processing industry require similar type of instruments or equipments to that for other industry. Means here also there is a heating, there is a mixing, there is a, you can say, stirring or other kind of processes similar to the chemical industry. So gases, liquids, solids, and their various combination must be controlled without decay of the product or damage to the equipment, obviously. So here also we have to take care of all the food material. Normally we don't look at the food material as chemical, but they are also chemical, so it can be in the gaseous, liquid or solid form, and their various combination. First of all, very important point is that for food industry, cleanliness is very important. Without cleanliness, without hygiene, because if food is not hygienic, people will have to compromise with their health, and no brand will sustain in the market if they are not maintaining the hygiene and cleanliness of the industry. So that is very important part. Correct selection of material, that is also very important. That's why in various ads we see that, for example, if you go for example, chili powder. Okay, so MDH chili powder, you must have seen that ad. So in that they say that we buy a good quality of chili, then we make it powder. So they must assure you that this is made up of very good quality of raw materials. So correct selection of materials, proper design of equipment, no doubt. Means here again, as was discussed in environmental chemistry, here also we have to take care of all those green principles here also. And fixtures are always needed. Means here there you can say, without wastage of any kind of energy or food material, they all these things should be taken care. The International Association of Milk, Food and Environmental Sanitarians and the Dairy Industry Committee and the Food and Industry Supply Association are the footing of design and fabrication. Means here this committee or this association has laid down some guidelines or mark benchmark which are necessary to be followed. Okay, the most important developments basic to the growth of food industry include. So, which are those process developments that is necessary for this growth of industry? Pasteurization. Now you know what is pasteurization. You are you can say, it is a you have to avoid the attack of some germs by hitting. Means you are killing those species by hitting. That is called as pasteurization. Mostly it is used in case of milk. Then drying and dehydration. Okay, then development of material capable of withstanding food products without affecting them. Means you have to add either you go for drying and dehydration for increase the shelf life. Then you can add some chemicals. Here I should not say chemical, you should say some edible kind of food material which will avoid the deterioration of food. Then sterilization, then freezing, handling of material, use of automatic control, sanitizing and cleaning processes. So all these are the you can say important developments in basic to the growth of food industry. So following are some of the next, we'll discuss some of the important basic principles which are generally followed by many industries. Cleaning in place. Okay, automation, large scale operation, techniques to lengthen shelf and storage life, to reduce impact of environment, use and reuse of energy, waste gases and water. So these are the basic principles which are generally followed for in many industries. Okay, so during the last 25 years or so, the use of stainless steel for food processing has increased very much, because stainless steel is very important, because it does not react with food material, means it's safe to cook the food in stainless steel utensils, and at the same time it is they are very easy to clean up. Okay, and they are you can see the cleanliness just by eyes, because stainless steel is very, you can say, uh, polished kind of material. uh, so here you cannot cook the material in other metal utensils. You can use glass or glass coated material. They are also used in food industry, but you cannot use copper utensils. You can not use tinned copper or zinc, because they are very, you can say, sometimes become poisonous. Your food may get poisoned because of this use of these metals. So you nowadays most of the time stainless steel material is used everywhere. Okay, so that is also very important. So these are the, you can say, uh, some basic principles or processes involved in food processing. Okay, now we'll discuss the nutritive aspects of food constituents. Means up till now we have talked about food processing, means cleanliness, or how to develop the modification of the processes, or what are the criteria to maintain the quality of the food. So all these things were discussed. We have to now, we will discuss the main important product, that is food material. So nutritive aspects means here, what are the nutrients that we are getting from the food. So food supplies both energy for all of the body's function, and building blocks for growth and maintenance. Means here, normally from the day of your birth to the age of say 30, your body grows. Okay, or you can say that is a young age, but even after that you have to maintain the wear and tear of the your body, as well as you need the energy. So both the things are supplied by food material. So even in fully growth adults, there is a requirement of food for energy and maintenance of the body components. For example, the human stomach is constantly being lost and replaced, correct? So also the diet plays an important role in our defense against diseases, no doubt. Means if your diet is not a square diet, balanced diet, you will you are most vulnerable for any kind of disease. Even this in COVID situation, your immunity can be maintained if you have a regular, good balanced diet. If it is not so, you are most vulnerable for various kinds of disease. So it can be a chronic disease such as cancer, heart disease, or there are many other diseases. Even if you are malnutrition, if you are not supplied, your food is not full, or supplying the good amount of all these required vitamins and other minerals and other kind of important nutritions, then mental process and behavioral outlook appear to be problematic. So these are controlled by nutritional status and precise nutrients. Okay, for example, if you don't have food in time, you may suffer from acidity or headache, and later on If you are not supplied with proper nutrients, then there may be problem with other body functions. Okay, so all these are going to be create problem, as well as they are going to create mental problem also. So it becomes very important that not only hygiene, not only the taste, but the nutritional value of food has acquired the importance in food industry. So the food scientists must consider the nutritive angle of food from the next points that we are going to discuss. What are those points? Two important nutritive aspects of food from food scientists view are, which are those? What nutrients do food contain, and what is the human's requirement for those? Okay, means do your food contains the required nutrients uh, for our human body? And second thing, what are the relative stabilities of these nutrients and how they are affected by food processing, storage, and preparation? Means here I'll give you one example that eating fish is very good source of protein, especially uh, omega acid. Okay, omega 3 acid. Omega 3 acid is very important for our brain development. So this omega 3 acid is its source is fish. Okay, so but this fish should be boiled, then only this omega 3 acid its chemical constituent is maintained. Otherwise, if you fry it, it will lose its that nutritional value. Okay, so frying may be tasty. Okay, they it may like you, but boiling is very important. So this processing is very important as far as the stability of the nutrient is concerned. Okay, so food processing is affected. This stability of these nutrients get affected by food processing and its storage and preparation. So that care or that aspect has to be considered by food scientists. So the science of nutrition also deals the physiological and biochemical phenomena of food utilization as related to the health. Okay, so you can understand very easily that physiological and biochemical phenomena is very important. So carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals are the important nutrients in the food. Okay, so you know from where you get the carbohydrate. You will get the carbohydrate from starch. Okay, you will get proteins from cereals. Okay, so there are you can get fats from fat sources, then vitamins from various dry fruits or non-veg. You can get minerals. So all these are important nutrients in food. These are required in balanced amount, means you should not eat in excess, or you should not be you starve for this uh, nutrient food. Okay, and maintain the optimum health. Okay, normally we do not, for example, we do not consider water as nutrient, but you should not even should not overlook water. Okay, because lack of water is life threatening. So all these things are very important. Just eating the very costly food material like dry food is not helpful. Okay, daily eating chapati and vegetables is very important. Not only that, even how much water you are drinking, that is also important. So food is a fuel, okay, which supplies chemical energy to the body to support daily activity and synthesis of necessary chemical within the body. Means uh, this food material is digested, okay. If it is carbohydrate, converted to glucose, which becomes a source of energy, which it becomes a fuel, as well as proteins are digested to amino acid, which supplies the building block for our body material, okay. So growth and maintenance are achieved by source of this amino acid. The important source of energy for humans and other animals are carbohydrate. That is that we know. Apart from carbohydrate, you can have fats and proteins. Some proteins are also source of energy. So in addition to supply energy, these nutrients have other specific functions. For example, here take an example of vitamin B. Okay, vitamin B is very important, okay. Especially there are two processes of metabolism: catabolism and anabolism. Catabolism is breaking of food material. There is a half part, means conversion of carbohydrate to glucose, conversion of proteins to amino acid. That is a catabolism. But what is anabolism? Anabolism is using those monomer you have to build your body parts. So for that building, you need the catalyst which are activated by the vitamin, and that is vitamin B. Okay, so from where you will get this vitamin B? Vitamin B you will get mostly from non-veg, especially vitamin B12. Okay, this vitamin B12 you will get from animal food material. What is animal food material? For example, you have to eat flesh, meat, or you can eat you can drink milk or milk product, or other kind of non-veg food material. So this is just one example. You should have fruits for various vitamins. You should have other vegetables for various minerals. So these are having specific function, and to maintain that body function, you have to eat a balanced diet. So energy value of food is measured in units called calories. Okay. So as a source of fuel, as a source of energy, as a source of building block, food material is very important. Okay, and that should be a balance. Means suppose if a company is selling the fruit juice, okay, there are a number of companies or brands are there in market. They are selling the juice. If they are saying that this is an apple juice, then it should have that particular nutrients in that. If it is not there, then it is not of the use. The you can say essence or flavor or taste is no doubt very important for the attraction purpose of the customer, but very important above that, very important point is the nutrition that you are getting from that food material. If they are saying that for example they are selling some other say material, for example noodles. So what these noodles are made up of? Are they made up of wheat or rice or what? So all these things should be mentioned on that packet, and it is made compulsory also. So whenever you read it carefully, even on the packet of chips, you can see what are the constituents of that food. So don't just look at the flavor. Okay, don't look at the flavor, don't look at the price, but apart from that you must look at the quality of the food. So nutritive aspect of the food constituent actually decides the quality of the food. So here food processing and nutritive aspect were discussed. Now for today we'll stop here, and we'll in the next lecture we'll discuss the next topic of the food industry. Thank you.